The first few seconds to Starboy is so awesome. Oh man, I love the way that opens. It almost sounds as if like some giant old ass speaker system just like supernaturally, very slowly just woke back up, just playing some eerie, ominous noises. Yeah, Starboy is definitely one of my favorites off the album for sure. I mean, as soon as the beat comes in, I'm just like, oh shit! The collaboration between him and Daft Punk just sonically is just groovy shit. And it's kind of as if like he's just sort of just reflecting on his career highs and just like where his career is at the current time and his, you know, current lifestyle. So that is a favorite of mine for sure. Another favorite of mine would be track number 2, ironically, Party Monster. This track was just crazy. He's basically crooning over some girl that he got with, but that like he really doesn't give two shits about this girl whatsoever. It was just some chick that he lusted after and he just bam, just got in there real fucking quick, you know what I mean? With his dick. He is just full tilt fucking savage all over this track. Speaking of savageness, there was one track, track number 14, Ordinary Life, where he literally opens the track talking about him driving and some chick is just giving him a blowjob. I was just like, Abel, no fucks given, bro. Absolutely none. Starboy was a favorite of mine. Party Monster was a favorite of mine. And then A Lonely Night. That was probably my third favorite track off of this whole record. Oh my god. Actually, I think that just might be, it's between Starboy and A Lonely Night. One of them is my favorite track. I'm not sure which one just yet, but it's one of the two for sure. Because A Lonely Night is awesome. You know, this track is just basically about him showing affection to some girl who he kind of regrets doing that because he thinks that they actually work better when they're not actually together. This is definitely a great danceable pop tune for sure. 2 minutes and 23 seconds in and onward. Oh my god, there's just like this erupting out of nowhere bass line that's just like throbbing and pulsating, and it feels like it's dripped in some kind of sonic acid. And then after that, we're also treated to some vocal harmonies from Abel himself. And seriously, from that moment on to the end of the track, I'm just like, oh shit! Huge Michael Jackson influences on this track in particular, definitely. As for the rest of the record, it's sufficient. It's okay. If anything, it's almost more of like a guilty pleasure sort of thing, you know? Because, I mean, most of the time, and granted Abel has gone down this track record before with his lyrics, but still, I mean, most of the time the lyrics are literally about falling for a girl who doesn't love anyone, or being interested in a chick who only cares about material things or just solely money. You know, popping pills, you know, drinking some Henny. I think that's really what this record is about, is Abel just banging the shit out of these psychologically complex women and just making all kinds of money, being on tour, doing drugs. It's interesting he doesn't have that fucking, you know, he doesn't have that little fucking hair. For the most part, I think the album is okay. It's just like this like a dark electro pop R&B thing. I mean, for me personally, I just wish that the album was sonically more experimental and the lyrics were a little bit, you know, deviated into more different topics than what he ordinarily talks about. It's definitely not a bad album whatsoever, but again, I wouldn't exactly say that it's a great album or album of the year. Definitely not. Personally, I'm feeling like a 6, probably like a 6 out of 10 on it. This album is really geared to single motherfuckers out here banging the shit out of multitudes of people, doing drugs, partying hard as fuck, maybe living life on tour and not having any serious relationships whatsoever. But what did you think about it? Let me know your thoughts down below, okay? And on the bottom right hand side of the screen, you'll see a circular button. You can tap that to subscribe because I do have fucking kids to feed.